Greetings and welcome to Wuling City, the place where I have currently found 3 clues as to the fact that there is at least one Sui sibling here on Talos II. Specifically speaking about Shu, the middle sister of all 12 of the Sui siblings. Now, the first clue that you find is actually part of something that you have to do. During the basically exploration of the city, you need to pick up this particular collectible. It's called an audio log from the Wuling science faction. Now this is from about 20 years ago. And as you can see, it mentions that people working for the Sui Regulator would never agree. This is talking about them trying to create the chubby Longa mascot and deploy a giant version of it in a little plaza that was completely open. Now, the fact that the Sui Regulator are here is a very big clue, because the Sui Regulator, that is the official name, it's not a singular title or anything, are basically the department of the Yanni's government entirely focused on monitoring the Sui siblings, their activities, and if need be to get involved into basically subduing Sui's influence, like the actual giant dragon Sui, and stop it from destroying Nian. So the fact that they are here means that there is at least one Sui sibling, probably multiple, because if it was only one, they could just deploy one elite agent, and that would be enough. But the fact that there's an entire branch of the Sui Regulator here on Talos II definitely points at there being multiple Sui siblings. Now, the other clue that points at it being Shu, the one who is here, is this. It says that by combining our knowledge of Originium and the Farenwood Sui, they were able to forge the first milestones of the Wuling science faction. Now this is in reference to a little cutscene that you have to watch after your tour of Wuling City. It is about how they basically purified the area around the Wuling science station and eventually founded Wuling City. Now, out of all of the 12 Sui fragments, only one has the power of purification, and that is Shu. Her powers are tied to the harvest, and so basically anything regarding farming and the land. Even during her event, we can see that she held back the Originium Blight for over 1,000 years, or almost 1,000 years, and she is able to purify basically little plots of land that were contaminated in order for the experiment to generate a blight-resistant crop of rice to be able to be crossbred and found. By the end of her event, they were able to find that single little reed stock, which led probably to a lot of discovery, including this. So if we take into the fact that the Sui Regulators are here, and that somebody with purification powers helped establish Wuling City, then we can definitely draw a link to the fact that it was Shu who came along and helped basically establish Wuling City. But there's another clue that is in front of everybody, and that's that thing behind me. That is called a burr puzzle box, and as you can see, it's got a little white dragon whirling around in it. That is basically an ideal representation, or an almost identical representation, of Shu's little weapon that she carries around with her. As you can see in her original artwork, or in her only artwork, you can see it's basically right there. Now, these things are called burr puzzle boxes because I think that's the general title, but the one she carries in particular has a very particular name. But as you can see, the resemblance of a giant burr puzzle box and the one she carries along with her is quite uncanny. And now that I'm looking at it myself, the dragon is let's see, the dragon head itself is very similar. The way it's coiled around is also, hold it, it's actually very similar now that I'm looking at it. It goes around, then it goes through, and then it comes out the other side. Yeah. This might actually be the biggest clue, because this is not an exact one-to-one replica. Oh, actually, hold on. I'm looking closer yet again. It's a little difficult to tell, but it is so similar that the resemblance is basically uncanny. So this, along with the other clues I just showed you, are the 3 clues that point at Shu being here on Talos II. So at the very least, she is here somewhere. However, that means that there is probably also Nian and Dusk. Why? Well, Nian, Dusk, and Shu are basically very close to each other, more than they are with the others. They worked together to try and create a soul vessel for Sui to try and get him to basically never wake up. Unfortunately, that plan failed when they had to use the fragment of Shu's soul inside that little thing in order to bring her back to quote-unquote life. So if she came along to help people establish a new city and everything, then it's a high probability that Nian and Dusk were also coming along because, well, they basically form a trio that wanders around the world. So yeah, there you go. The 3 clues that point at Shu being here on Talos II. Probably maybe Nian as well, because Nian would actually be useful in helping him develop Shiranite, which is a very important material that I'm still trying to work my way on making a factory for. But anyway, hope you found this interesting, and I will keep my eye open and my ears open for any more clues regarding the Sui siblings here in Endfield. So anyway, later.